afternoon to all of you. So today we have come live with all your answers. So we have come fully prepared because you were asking a lot of questions regarding Russia as your dream destination for MBBS studies. And we have the right person with us, Miss Alizia, who is a representative of Rus Education in Tверская Medical University, Russia. So Alizia will be asking you questions which our students ask us generally about the Russian education system and how is the education quality in Russia and what are the living conditions for Indian students in Russia. So we'll be talking about that, and I'm sure that your queries will be resolved, and even if you have queries, please comment on the video and we will be answering your questions in this live session only. So Alizia, why is Russia a good destination for MBBS studies for Indian students particularly?
Russia is the best destination for study because there is a great history of our good relationship between India and Russia, of course. And you know, Russia over the years has adopted the educational system according to Indian students, and of course all the medical Russian universities provide one of the best medical education in the world, as you know.
Yeah, so India and Russia have always time-tested friendship over the years, and there has been an educational cooperation between the countries as well. Yeah, that's really good. So Russia is a dream destination for Indian students due to various reasons, and one of the reasons is because the political relations of the countries are really good, and they have time-tested friendship over the years. So if we talk about the food facility in the universities, so how is the mess facility over there, and do the students get Indian food in the universities?
Of course, yes. We have the mess where we provide 2 meals, include Indian food like rice, vegetables, or others.
Okay, so they get all types of Indian food. So does the menu change over time or it remains same?
They change.
It changes from week to week or from month to month. Yes. That's really good. So what about the celebration of Indian festivals in the universities in Russia?
Of course, all Indian all Indian festivals are celebrated in the campus, so our students don't feel some homesick.
Homesick, fine. So all the festivals are celebrated because we see pictures of celebrations about Diwali and Holi and all other prominent festivals. So that's a great thing in Russian universities, that all Indian festivals are celebrated very well in the Russian universities. So the students do not miss their homes actually. So the colorful culture of India is always carried on in the Russian universities. So Alizia, we want to ask, you are a representative in a medical university in Russia. So what is your role? Like, how do you treat the students and what is exactly your responsibility?
As a representative, I have a lot of responsibilities, but you shouldn't worry about safety because we take care about our students during their entire study in Russia, and of course we help and support them. So yes.
Fine. So like the students land in Russia and they are allotted their rooms and their things in Russian universities or the hostels. So how do you get to solve the problems of students? Like, how do you connect with them if the students are in different hostels? So how do you connect with them? How do you solve their problems over there?
Of course, as you know, our environment is a major problems, but of course we help them in settling down, and yes, we solve their any life problems, like that.
And if I talk about the safety parameters in the hostels over there, so are the hostels safe for Indian students?
Of course, Russia is one of the most safest place for studies because our hostels are
so they're fully equipped with all the
fully equipped with high technologies and cameras all over the campus, so you don't need worry about it.
Okay, so the students are allotted IDs for their hostels for check-in and check-out. Is there any procedure?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
So they are allotted particular ID cards. So whenever they have to check in and check out, they have to use their cards.
Actually, yes, we have security here.
Security. So there are cameras in the corridors?
Yes, of course, all over the campus.
Okay, so the hostels are completely safe for boys as well as girls. So many of you have these issues like, are the hostels safe, or Is there any safety issue in the Russian universities? I think not just in Tверская Medical University, but in all the prominent Russian universities, there are proper, equipments which deal with the security of the students. Yes. Proper cameras are equipped and proper equipments are used. In fact, there is a warden on each and every corridor. Yes. I think I've heard from the students who went there that there are separate wardens for each floor and each corridor. So they take care of the security of the students.
Yes, yes.
Right. And what would you like to say about the local food of Russia, and do the students enjoy that as well?
Yes, of course. We always ask our students about Russian food and they really like it. It's similar with Italian food. Yes.
So that's a great plus for the students, that if you want to try something out new other than your Indian food, which you will definitely get in the Indian mess over there, you can really try the Russian cuisines over there. And what would you suggest? What could our students try like in Russian cuisines?
Or maybe you heard about red Russian soup, we call it borscht, or pelmeni, piroshki, something like that.
So you can try out the soup and other cuisines, the Russian cuisines. So how is the Russian food exactly? It's as masaledar as the Indian food, or it's a little bit bland for our Indian taste? How is it exactly?
Exactly.
For Indian students, like if they try out the Russian food, will they enjoy it? It's as masaledar as the Indian food, or it's certainly bland for them? But I've heard that students quite a lot enjoy Russian cuisines because they opt to eat out of their universities and out of their hostels as well. That's really great. And like if I visit as a tourist in Russia, apart from the students, like what is the best time to visit Russia as a country?
I think it's spring or summer, because this time we have in Russia we have a really soft and warm weather, so that's a good time.
So Russia is generally a cold country basically, because I've heard the winters are really extreme over there and one has to keep, with all the fur coats and everything. So if you want to visit Russia, you can visit the country in summers, because that's the right time to visit the country. And when are the summers stretched accordingly, like from which month to which month exactly?
From May to August, I think.
From May to August. Yeah. So if you're not a student and if you still want to visit Russia for its colorful culture and its divine architectural buildings and other things which you must visit, you can try and visit the country in summers, which stretch from May to October, May to September or October. So you can definitely try and visit the country. So Alicia, Indians find Russia as the best destination to study and to visit, but how do the Russians find Indians in their country?
Of course, as you know, Russian people is a people with a big heart, so we don't really see any difference between people. So we are really in good relationship with Indians. So you shouldn't worry about it.
So if we talk about India, definitely students visit from India in a huge amount. But do students from other countries also visit Russia for their studies other than India?
Yes.
Students from all over the world visit Russian universities for their education.
Yes, of course.
Fine. So what is so special about Russian universities? Like what is good about Russian universities if I talk in general? How are the facilities and how is the infrastructure? Are the universities, modern infrastructure, or all the facilities in the universities for students? So how are they built and how are the quality education over there?
How's the quality? Of course, all Russian medical universities provided one of the best medical universities in the world, as you know.
Fine. So as a representative, you must always help students in translation as well. Like if students come to you and they are unable to understand anything in Russian language, do you help the students in that aspect as well?
Yes.
For translation purposes, because of course, in the beginning students cannot understand Russian language and they have to communicate with people. So how do you help them with that?
Of course, if you want, you can visit Russian language courses.
Okay.
If you know.
So language courses are also offered to the students?
Yes.
Fine. So if you are planning to do MBBS in Russia and you are scared about the medium of instruction or the Russian language, you should not do that, because proper courses are offered to the Indian students about the Russian language. Moreover, there are representatives in each and every university. Rus Education's representatives exclusively are there, which will help you about your stay and your study in the university for the whole year and for the whole duration, actually for the whole 6 years. I think the representatives help students.
Yes, of course.
not just for the first year or not just in the end years. So Russia as a country is very, very popular all across the globe. And if I talk about Twisted Medical Universities, so where it is located basically, like there are various cities in Russia which are very popular among the countries of the globe. Tver city, I think it's located in Tver city. So what are the good places to visit in Tver city for our students?
About Tver, yes, of course, Tver is one of the most beautiful cities near Moscow, as you know. So yes, it's a really good place for visiting. I think it's one of the oldest city in Russia.
Right. So you heard from Alicia that there are many cities which are popular among the Indian students and from the students who come all across the globe to the Russian universities. And there are various cities like Tver, Perm. There are various cities which are popular among the Indian students because they want to enjoy their education as well as they want to explore the country and explore the cities in Russia. So the students actually do that, and there are various places which you can visit if you're planning to do MBBS in abroad or MBBS in Russia. In the previous videos also I've told you that Russia is the dream destination of many students who wish to do MBBS in abroad, just because of many factors, which also includes one of the reasons that India and Russia have time-tested political relations. Plus Russia is a very beautiful country. You can have quality education with beautiful sites and beautiful places to visit, and the Russian food is an added advantage to you. So if you wish to study MBBS in abroad and if you have any queries regarding the same, please comment on the video and we'll be answering your queries. So Alicia, what is your take on the Indian students who come to you for help, and like, do you feel what are the problems that actually arise with Indian students? Like if I come to a new country, so definitely I'll have problem in settling down.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So what are the basic problems the students face in the beginning times?
It's a question about our climate, I think.
Yeah,
Yes.
Your climate, because they cannot adapt to a different country and different climate. So what about the climate and everything over there?
About our winter, you know, is really cold this time. So you have to wear a lot of clothes, of course. So you should have a lot of warm clothes.
Okay, so the warm clothes are also available over there in case a student forgets to carry the warm clothes.
Yes, of course.
Proper fur coats and everything is available.
Yes.
So even if you forget to carry warm clothes and specialized fur coats which are made for Russian weather, you can actually buy them from the Russian local markets, and you can get them over there, because there is certainly a luggage thing which they cannot carry more than 30 kgs or something. The students do not carry at some points, so you can definitely get your warm clothes or anything eatables. Like if you want to eat anything, you can definitely get it in the local markets. So it was very nice talking to Alicia, and we hope we receive comments from students, and we'll be talking to you about that as well, and we would like to solve all your queries. So definitely we'll be making another video which will be talking about Russian universities in particular, and which are the top universities in Russia to do your MBBS course. So thank you, Alicia, for coming down to this location and talking to us and our students. It was nice talking to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.